Alright, hello folks, this is Alan recording another draft video. Today we will be doing more Modern Horizons Limited, and I wish Arena would implement Modern Horizons onto their software, but unfortunately, yeah, we just have to stick to MTGO, and definitely a really great format. Hopefully we draft something besides Blue Black Ninjas from the past two videos. And I just recorded this video right after the Blue Black Ninjas draft. So yeah, just got back the 100 points needed to do these Phantom drafts. Hopefully we can get a nice 3-0 or another 2-0 again. But yeah, let's just wait for this queue to finish queuing, obviously. It's currently 7 out of 8 players in queue, so we're just waiting for one more. So it should start by now, almost. Alright, so pack one, pick one. What do we open? Ice Fang Quado is very good in the blue-green snow deck. Obviously, it is dual color, so it comes with some downsides as a first pick, but it's a great card. Flying Death Touch evasive creature. Functions as a great removal spell and also draws a card. So that's also very good if you have 3 snow permanents. Best cards in this pack are Battle Screech, Defile, Sail Beyond Reality, and of course the Ice Fang Quaddle. So I definitely don't want to pick a dual color card, pack one, pick one, and unless it's incredibly busted. The Ice Fang Quaddle is a good card, but is not busted. The cards I'm considering is just between these three. White, people do think it's a weakest color, but I think it can be really powerful, especially if you start out with a card like Battle Screech. White is definitely looking to go very wide and aggressive, and it's pretty fun. I definitely want to stray away from the blue-black ninjutsu deck. And between Defile and Settle, it would obviously be Defile because it's a cheaper removal spell, but I think Battle Screech has a lot more upside than these two cards, and yeah, white is a good color. So let's go wide. Battle Screech is a great reason to draft white. And there you go. All right, and what do we pick up here? Grave Shifter is excellent. And in white black, you're looking to be more of the tribal changelings matter archetype. Grave Shifter is basically a better grave digger since it can be any creature combination, being a changeling. Other good cards include Runation Rider for the red-green Lands Matters deck in the graveyard. Lands Matter in the graveyard archetype, excuse me. It is dual color. However, some great ninjutsu cards, Fairy Seer, Moonblade Shinobi are excellent. Pondering Mage can be decent as well, and Mother Bear is a good 2-drop. But in terms of overall power level, I think I'm looking at this Grave Shifter, which would be very great. And I think it would still be my pick, even if I took the Defile out from the pack one, pick one. And I could also consider the ninjutsus, the ninja cards. But overall, I think the Grave Shifter is the correct choice. And I forgot to mention in the last pack, Battle Screech is definitely better than Settle, but Settle is also a great card, and it's definitely better than Defile. So let's pick the best card, maybe sell for a nice black-white shape shifter deck, see how it goes, and it should be pretty fun. And third pack, what do we open? Zalfrin Decoy can be pretty nice if you're being aggressive. It's a solid 2-drop, but obviously a creature needs to enter the battlefield first, so you can use this ability. So it does come with diminishing returns if you're not playing a go wide, a heavy creature archetype. That being said, the best card in this pack is probably the Irregular Cohort. Plays very well with the Battle Screech since it gives us an extra white creature we can tap. It allows us to go even wider. It's a changeling that does play well with the tribal synergies in whether you're playing slivers or black-white tribal. So I think it's a clear irregular cohort here as just the best card in this pack. Otherwise, what would I be looking at? I don't know, maybe the Cycling Land, Zalfrin Decoy, the Snowland. But yeah, it would probably be the Zalfrin Decoy, but I think the irregular cohort is enough better that we just take it. Ooh, a dual land is very nice. That's not bad, especially in the two colors that we are already drafting. Other fine cards. There's nothing too great. There's a String of Disappearance for the Ninjas deck, or just in any blue decent deck in general, just looking to have some more interaction. Frostwalla is decent for the snow. Snow Covered Forest is good for snow. Lonely Sandboard for cycling, but I think I'll take the Silent Clearing here. The fact that you can cycle this is nice in the late game, especially since you can actually play this card, cast this, use the ability to basically pay for a card's cost, and then sacrificing this to draw is really nice in late game to prevent some flooding. So I think the Silent Clearing is a nice pick, and we can end up splashing this Grave Shifter if we want to. Looking at this pack, Orsco Guardian is a pretty decent curve topper for the red-green deck, although I do prefer the Igneous Elemental over it. Our current first picks don't play well with the Igneous Elemental. However, the Changing Outcast can be pretty decent in the black-white Tribals deck. Of course, it plays better in Ninjutsu by giving us some evasion, but other than that, it's still a changeling, so it does play well with some tribal synergies that we can pick up, and it's also an unblockable creature, which can be nice. I also don't mind Return to Extinction. It can definitely be very powerful with Grave Shifters and all these changelings, since it wouldn't be too hard to fetch two creatures back from the graveyard, since changelings share the same type. But I don't want too many copies of these. Usually one or two is enough, but I think the Changeling Outcast can offer a little bit more than what we need, but overall the Igneous is the best card. Interesting to note, I could just take another Changeling Outcast. It could maybe lead to a nice decent ninjutsu deck again if white isn't flowing anymore. But there's also a Rocks Veteran, which can be pretty decent. Gotta be careful that we don't take too many fours though. I do think the Irregular Cohort is definitely a better card. Rocks Veteran fares better in the red-white Slivers deck, or the green-white Creature Fall deck, since those decks are looking to be more aggressive. But you know, the Tribals decks are looking to go a little bit wide, more mid-rangey as well. But I think I'll take another Changeling Outcast here. Just a solid card, plays well with the tribal stuff. So we'll take it. And I guess there's a Throat Seeker, so ninjas can be open again, nothing amazing in white. Then Cultivator can be pretty decent in the red-green lands matters deck. Otherwise, Reign of Revelation is fine, but hey, ninjas could just be the thing again. So I did pass up some nice ninjas in the first two packs, but definitely wasn't going to take a Defile over Battle Screech. Pack 1, pick 1. And the pack 2, the Grave Shifter, just seemed like a great card that can fit in the Ninjas deck overall. And now I guess I can take a Venomous Changeling in case we still end up in black-white tribal. And a Defile late in the pack. Okay, so Defile should not be going this late. Guess the right-hand side is not going black, so I'm pretty happy that we're kind of going in black. So we're definitely getting rewarded. We'll take a Defile. That's a great removal spell. And a Moonblade Shinobi. I think Moonblade is enough better than Silumgard Scavenger that I'm just going to take it here. Could just be another Ninjas deck. I'm getting tired of drafting it, but it just might be. I mean, what else? I don't force these archetypes in Limited. They're just handed over to me. The Scavenger is okay. It's better than Black-Red. It could be fine in our deck, but I think the Shinobi has enough upside that we take it. And now I could just take an easy Return to Extinction. Plays well in the tribal decks. Plays pretty well in the Ninjas deck too, since you can also get a Changeling and a Ninja. Plays well with the Grave Shifter. I do like having at least 1 or 2 copies of these, obviously, as some Graveyard Recursion. Rank Officer is okay, but nothing exciting. And a Charm for a combat trick maybe. Or an Automaton. I mean, 1/1 Changeling, it doesn't do much, to be honest. The stat line is pretty bad. We have double Changeling Outcast that can do more already. So maybe the Charm as a combat trick, which I do like. Nothing here. Don't think we're trustworthy scouting. Exile it. Search your library. Nah, it's not working. Let's just take a Mind Rot. And a Headless Spectre. Hopefully we don't end up playing it. Alright, so first pack went pretty well. We could be in a white-black tribal or blue-black ninjas. We'll see what we open. And here, best cards in this pack. Neurophage can be very good, but it is a bit of a slow card, obviously, but can definitely be very powerful if it goes unanswered as a nice flying wind condition. I think it's just an easy Defile as the best card in this pack, and overall, another great first pick. Imposter is also pretty good 2-drop too in the white black tribals, especially if you can have Lancer Slivers to get this first strike. But I think I'll take another Defile here as just the best card. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going ninjas again. This is hilarious. This is the third ninja deck we're drafting, and we already have a great start for it. It's being passed to us. My god, what else is there? Arkham's Astrolabe is good. But, yeah. Let's go for it. Ninjas. And a Plague Engineer. This is absurd. Come on, you don't pass a Plague Engineer. This is just absurd. Such a powerful card. Crit Rats can be pretty good as well. Settle would probably be the second best card in this pack. But we're already in black. I think we want to stick with the best black card. And the Plague Engineer is just too good to pass up here. So we'll take it. And we are playing ninjas again. Magic Online, why do you make me do this? And the Crit Rats. But, you know, I don't hate Crit Rats, but again, it's not that great in the Black-Blue Ninjas deck because, again, it's looking to be more creature-heavy rather than looking to blow up the board. This is a great removal spell, and it's a fine finisher that I don't mind playing. I mean, I guess it can be pretty good. In case you're behind, you can maybe use this. So I don't hate it. But it does take a lot of mana to get going, and you do need to cast a bunch of swamps, obviously. But maybe it's just a Smoke Shroud. Otherwise, there's Ikai as a fine enabler, but Smoke Shroud just seems like more important for this Ninjas deck. So sure, why not? We'll take a Smoke Shroud. Mirrodin Besiege. Nope, we'll just take more Changelings Outcast and just play this Ninjas deck. I mean, it's the best card in the pack, so I guess we just need to fill a gap at 2, basically, and we should be fine and solid with this draft. And what do we pick up? How good is Unearthed in this deck? 3 or less. I don't think I care since I already have a Return to Extinction. This pack is pretty bad. I guess there's a Ransack the Lab, but I don't think I'm looking to throw stuff in the graveyard. I guess it could be fine if I have a Return from Extinction or multiple, but it's pretty bad overall. This pack is not good. The best card in this pack is like Igneous Elemental, followed up by like Savage Swipe, which is not in our colors. So, yeah, most ninjas aren't 3-drops anyways. I don't think I'm going with the snow at all, since I haven't picked up any, so we'll take the Unearthed. Now Gluttonous Slug is great. Nice 2-drop evasive creature. Great in Ninjutsu Enabler, also can grow. So, more ninjas. Blue-black ninjas. You're making me do this. Why? Why can't we just play another color combination like black-white tribal? That's a lot more interesting than ninjas. And I guess I'll take a snow cover land, and we don't really want to play a 6-drop. Best card is like Glacial Revelations, which is very powerful in the snow deck, but we are not playing snow. So we'll take this. Alright, maybe we end up splashing white, but I don't see myself playing any of this. Could take a Goblin Engineer, maybe it's worth some tickets. And, well, I guess I don't mind a Silumgar Scavenger as a fine curve topper. Venomous Changeling is also fine, but I'd like having one of these at the top end, since if you do end up making some nice bird tokens, you can exploit them and make a 3/4 flyer. Or if you're looking to chump block with those tokens, this can be pretty nice. And we already have a Venomous Changeling, so yeah, don't mind a Silumgar Scavenger as a fine curve topper. And a Ninja of the New Moon can hit pretty hard, so we'll do that too. So looking at our curve, it's more like something more or less something like this. I guess we could still end up splashing white with a Silent Clearing, but these are both double white cards. So, yep. Pack one, pick one. I think it would have... Ooh, even Crit Rats. Okay, well, let's go for Crit Rats. In case we fall behind and we need to kill all the opponent's stuff or deal the extra final points of damage. And even ransack the lag. Okay, so black is definitely open. Blue is not as open, but we have some nice black ninjas, blue ninjas here. So, yep. We are playing the ninja deck again. And, Yup, Cabal there. Okay, so this pack is really bad. Holy crap, this is probably the worst pack you can ever open in limited. To be honest, in this set, the only good cards are like maybe Crozen Tusker, Alpine Guide, I guess Bogart Dragon Heart. But none of these are amazing. Could just take another Return to Extinction. Phantom Ninja can be also okay, but I'm not high on it since they're just better 3-drops, and the double blue can be a little bit hard to cast, and we don't really look to be a heavy blue deck. Return to Extinction can maybe just give us some more creatures we can fetch back. Also, not a big fan of Cabal Therapist. Sure, it has Menace, but not a very good card, so we'll take another Return to Extinction. We could also consider the Ward-Eye Witch, which we don't have too much synergy in. So these are like our 2-drops, the 3-drops, 4-drops. So our 3s are looking stacked already that we don't need Phantom Ninja. And we have enough Changeling Outcast that I think we'll just take another return for more recursion in case our ninjas get answered. And a Moonblade Shinobi. But there's also a Fairy Seer. So this is hard. Fairy Seer is excellent, of course. But just having more Moonblades to make those nice 1/1 illusion tokens can be pretty nice. But this is so good with the ninjas. How many ninjas do I have? 1, 2, 3. 3 ninjas. So I'm kind of lacking the ninjas here. That I might have to take the Moonblade Shinobi. As just as a reliable way to connect and deal damage to the opponent. I mean, it's a great 1-drop for this deck, obviously. Fairy Seer can really be nice if you can play on 1 and fix your draw steps for your ninjas. But it has to be the Moonblade here, right? I mean, it's a 1-drop. Yeah, probably just take the 1-drop so we can search out the ninjas. Oh man, what is going on? Hogak. Is Hogak good in the ninjas deck? Can't cast spend mana. You can only convoke and dwell this. So you need a bunch of stuff in your graveyard to get this going. What else is there? Venomous Changeling, but I don't think I can take it over a Hogak here. I might even just hate draft this. You can't spend mana to cast a spell. Convoke 12. You may cast Hogak from your graveyard. It's not very good in the ninjas deck, so yeah, maybe just a Venomous Changeling. Luckily, this isn't a Swiss pod, but yeah, I don't think this is a Hogak deck. And now a late Mob, which is pretty insane. Same with a late Battle Screech, but Blue Black Ninjas was where it's at. Nothing here. Pretty bad card. I guess if we opened up like a lesser mana cord or tribute mage, can be pretty nice to grab it back, or a nice artifact to help us ramp in our colors. But overall, pretty bad pack. The best card is probably the Good Fortune Unicorn, which I would hate draft, to be honest, but I think is better. The Amorphous Axe would also be pretty decent as well. Don't think I need double Smoke Shroud. Maybe we do end up playing double Throat Seeker. Diabolic Edict is a pretty bad card. Especially in this set, since most of the creatures, I guess I can maybe end up splashing Settle Beyond Reality, actually, because my 3-drops look stacked. I don't like the idea of having double Throat Seeker, so yeah, just take the Settle. We pick up more fixing, we can end up splashing it, and another Changeling Outcast. So we're definitely not lacking in evasion and a Smoke Shaper. Okay, another nice ninja we picked up. Think we have enough 3-drops that we don't need a Ward-Eye Witch, but it can be pretty decent with the Changeling Outcast, I guess. We have enough 1/1 evasion that we don't need something like this, so maybe Ward-Eye Witch makes the cut, but I highly doubt it. We are lacking in removal. We do have 2 Defiles, I guess, and a Mob that can function as solid removal. Maybe we end up splashing Settle Beyond Reality, but I highly doubt it since we are only fixing as a silent clearing, which might not be enough. And really, our deck is just looking to be more of an aggressive tempo-oriented deck, where we don't care about trying to get into the late game to use spells like Settle. We're just looking to mainly just curve out and beat down. What's going on? Did we disconnect? Are we lagging? Another ninja? What's going on? This should not be this late in the pack. Okay, we'll put this away. Pumping Hurt should not be late in the pack too. I don't know how people draft sometimes. I guess most people just have a skewed perception of the power levels when it comes to drafting, so we'll just move everything away. Do I need another Return to Extinction when I already have Graveshifter? I don't know. I think this deck is going to be highly aggressive. Late Answered Prayers, which is also a great white card. But with the black Changeling Outcast and the multiple ones being passed away, I think it was correct to go this direction. We could have had a second Moonblade Shinobi, but I think the Fairy Seer is much more important, because if we're able to keep constantly ninjutsu this, we can just fix our draw steps every turn to find our removal and other ninjas that we might need. And this is more or less our curve, to be honest, since you're mostly going to ninjutsu these out for their mana cost. Okay, alright, so I guess it's a Ninjas Chapter 3 here. Do I even need a snow-covered land? I mean, it's fine with the aesthetics, but we don't really care. So if we cut the snow-covered land, 26, so 2 more cuts. We could even go 16 lands since our curve is relatively low. So if we move our interaction spells to the side, and return this, to this, and then we move the ninjutsu cost to exactly where they're supposed to be. This is a 2-drop. This is more likely a 3-drop. This is a 4-drop. We have something like this going on. This is more like a 4 or 3-drop 2 with the mob, or even a 2-drop. So how good is the Ward-Eye Witch? It's pretty decent, this Changeling Outcast and the Venomous Changelings, but we don't really care about them dying too much. We're not sacrificing them, so Ward-Eye Witch can go. Doesn't have any synergy. Throatseeker seems pretty good with all these Changelings Outcasts, since I can gain 1,000,000 life if they end up in the battlefield. Crypt Wraps can be kind of like an emergency button I might need to use to just blow up the board, so to speak, if the opponent manages to play a bunch of stuff, and it can be a really strong finisher. I think I'm heavy black enough that Crypt Rats is pretty good in our deck. Is this a 16 land deck or 17? That's another good question. I could just cut a Return to Extinction, since I do have a Graveshifter already, and these can get kind of weird if your creatures aren't dying. Just having one is good enough. It could just be 16 lands. I don't hate it. If we're going 17 lands, I guess we can just cut the Silumgar Scavenger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Because I do need to make sure I hit turn 4 consistently with the ninjas, but at the same time, I don't want to flood out. We don't really have too much flood protection in this deck, to be honest. And I think we can get the turn to our 3-drops and 4-drops relatively well, that we don't care about having 16 lands or not. The Charm is also a fine combat trick. I guess I could cut the Charm, but I do like having one copy of these sometimes, just to act as like pseudo removal. In terms of removal, we only have a Mob, Double Defile, and that's pretty much it. I guess the Crypt Rats can function as kind of a board wipe in case I need it. And then might just still be a 17 land deck, since it can be kind of detrimental if we don't hit our land drops. But I don't know how often we're going to end up double spelling. That's a good question. Yeah, maybe just cut the Charm, and then just go like this. And then maybe we can side in the Charms in the matchup against the opponent that's playing lots of 1 toughness creatures, and that can be fine. And then we can just go 17 lands, favoring... there's a lot of black going on, so this might actually be 10-7. Yeah, 10-7 is alright. We only have like 4 blue cards, so it's less likely a splash. So our land should go 10-7. I don't think I can go to 6. And going 10-7, we're most likely going to end up drawing our black mana anyways. And our Defile should be pretty decent too. So I think I'll save this deck, and this is basically Ninja's Chapter 3. So yeah, let's begin. Alright, found our first opponent. Hopefully we win the die roll. We just smash with our 1/1 changelings and just... I lost the die roll. Oh no. But I do have a very strong deck. And, well, changing Outcast on 1 isn't bad. Do need to be mindful that I need to get my 3rd land drop to get this Moonblade Shinobi going. But, we are on the draw, so I don't mind keeping a 2-lander. Mulligans to 5 cards. Wow, was it really that bad? Must be really bad. Well, this might just be an easy victory if I can get my 3rd land at least. And the Plague Engineer can be pretty powerful as a way to basically sometimes kill off the opponent's tribes if they have some tribal synergy, just killing off their small creatures. This card can be a huge bomb sometimes. Alright, opponent plays a Silent Waterlogged Cave. Okay, got our 3rd land, so we just need to ensure that we can connect with our creatures, and that can be really good. Probably gonna hide away my blue lands. He obviously knows I'm playing like ninjutsu or something due to this changeling outcast. Mulling down to 5. Okay, ooh, I guess I could just flash out this Smoke Shaper, which I don't hate, and just get in there. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, I mean, I'm attacking for 3 here, so might as well. And if I do get the Smoke Shaper out, next turn I can just get out the Moonblade Shinobi. So either way, yeah, let's get into damage. I don't think there's any... I guess he has a bounce spell, maybe a String of Disappearance, which can punish me. But either way, I mean... it just goes back to my hand for me to ninjutsu again, so it's not that bad. Sacrifices it to draw a card, okay. So he's definitely going behind in lands. His opponent is going double blue here. He could have like a way to lock this down with like... no, I guess he doesn't have any snow permanents, so no Winter's Rest. Still gotta be wary of String of Disappearance, obviously. So... Alright, play the island. Let's move to combat. Yeah, can't ninjutsu these. These are 4. I don't really want to play Plague Engineer because I don't know what the opponent has. So I think the clear choice here is attack. See how the opponent responds. And then we will use this again. Ninjas again. And there's no counterspell in 2. There's no prohibit that can deal with this, I don't think. Could have a String of Disappearance, I guess, which can set me back. But it still doesn't kill the Shinobi. Alright, a Twisted Reflection, okay, but it's still not dead. He does need to entwine it. So that's interesting. The opponent is playing a blue-black card in a blue with blue-green. So maybe there was just no black color available. And an Eye Kite, okay. Don't think that blocks the Moonblade Shinobi too well. So I don't mind just if he doesn't block, I don't mind just hitting him to make a bird token. And then I guess we can play out a Changeling Outcast and maybe go for the Ninja the New Moon play. So let's move the attacks here. I could also just Ninja the New Moon, but I think I want to make a bird token so I can ninjutsu the bird token next turn as well. This card is excellent. Ooh. Now I can just make a bird token, which is excellent. Now we can just cast the Changeling Outcast. And next turn we should have the Smoke Shaper open and the Ninja of the New Moon. Okay, blue-white with a black card. Iceberg Cantrix. Okay. Don't know if he's looking to mill me. There's no tribes in the opponent's deck too, so that's interesting. Alright, we'll just move to attacks. Do I even attack with the Moonblade Shinobi? I might as well, right? Do I attack with the Illusion? Probably not. Alright, he goes for the good block. Yeah, and I think we just go for it here. And taking 6 is a lot, so yep. Definitely think we need to go 17 lands since stuff like this can happen where you have all these playables. But they're just stuck. And a Splicer skill. Okay, just a 3-3. Guess that can trade off for the 6-3, and the 0-4 can now block the 3-2, and the 1-2 can block the 1-1. So gotta deploy the Changeling Outcast here. The opponent still doesn't have anything tribal that I can deal with, so I'll just play this. Play out our Changeling Outcast. And I guess we play out another one. I mean, why not? Next turn I can potentially just play out both the Smoke Shaper and the Ninja of the New Moon. So we'll just pass our turn, Sigo. Sure, is the opponent going to make a 20 power Eye-Kite? I mean, I guess he only gets one trigger of the +2/+0. As long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. I don't think this is even a trigger. Just a static ability. So. Okay. I don't mind that. Sure. And if I get a land on top, it should be game over since I can ninjutsu both the Smoke Shaper and the Ninja of the New Moon. It's looking to mill me. Okay, mill 2 swamps. I actually want those lands, but... Okay, opponent's attacking. Interesting. I think he doesn't know he's dead next turn. Doesn't realize he's dead, so... guess he needs to pressure me somehow. How good is a Smoke Shaper? I just want to deploy my ninjas. Yeah, we'll just move to attacks here. And I think if I just get in... I think it's game over here. This should be at least 8 damage. And this should be 8. Alright, let's begin sideboarding. Opponent's just playing a weird jank deck. I don't think he's a good drafter, to be honest, for me to worry too much. How good's Unearth? Yeah, there's not too many targets besides the Changeling Outcast that we don't care to die anyways in the late game. We're not looking to fill the graveyard. Return from Extinction, again, I don't think we need 2 of them. Just having 1 should be fine along with a Grave Shifter. Were-Eye Witch, we don't really care about our Changelings dying in Scrying 1. Headless Spectre can be an okay ninjutsu enabler, even though it is 3 mana. It is quite pricey, so I think the only reasonable card would be the Umezawa's Charm, but most of his creatures are over 1 toughness, so we'll just submit here, and then we'll just hopefully just win this one easily. Opponent just goes AFK, I guess. Taking a while for him to submit. Alright, chooses to play first. I think this time the opponent won't mow down the 5. Right, he keeps. Let's see here. We'll keep. Seems pretty good. We can lead with a nice Changeling Outcast, which can start pressuring the opponent. This Crypt Rats can be a nice win condition too in the late game, or if I need to clear the opponent's board, that can be really nice. What is this? This is an interesting card. You do need to play a lot of snow permanents to get this going. But the Scry 1 is nice, and if you control 10 or more, you make a legendary 20/20 black avatar creature token with flying and indestructible. Can be a pretty decent build around, but it does take a lot of work. The payoff is definitely worth it if you can get there. So yeah, it's definitely a fine card. Hopefully we can just out aggro him before he gets to his 10. Do you sacrifice them? Oh no, you only sacrifice the enchantment, never mind. Okay, yeah, let's move to attacks. Hopefully pick one ninja soon so we can start comboing. And Iceberg Cantrix. Is the opponent looking to mill me? That's also an interesting strategy. Now the opponent gets a Scry 1 here. Opponent might just be going for a mill plan. I don't know. Pretty interesting. He didn't mull down the 5 last game, so might just be a mill plan. And a Plague Engineer. That's not going to do anything. It's a fine Death Touch creature, but I think I'd rather deploy the Venomous Changeling first. This can maybe kill a creature if I can catch the opponent off guard. So we'll just move to attacks. Attack for 1. Maybe I can do enough damage, just Crypt Rats can just finish him off. That's kind of like what I'm hoping for. Now this Changeling can start getting past this blocker. I can just label snow creatures, I guess, with the Plague Engineer, and that's not bad. We can seriously nerf them. Opponent has all his mana open. He's attacking with Iceberg Cantrix. This makes no sense. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. I guess I don't block. What's the point of... Guess he could have a ninjutsu creature here. Oh man, yeah, he could have ninjutsu. Does he go for it? It would be a pretty weird card to be playing, to be honest. Wow, he's actually playing ninjutsu. That's funny. Okay, sure. Could have decided to block it then. I don't know. It was a little bit weird for him to do that. But yeah, maybe should be more careful. Alright. But now I have a nice Smoke Shaper I can ninjutsu out. Let's move to attacks. Guess I can leave it with Defile. If I just Defile now, because I don't really want to making a million bird tokens, to be honest, it can be quite annoying. So yeah, let's just Defile this right now. And a Smoke Shroud, that's really nice. Okay, I guess we'll cast it. Might as well just cast the Crypt Rats next turn. Even though I don't have any intentions of using it. Probably as a punk trick here, sure, kill off my Death Touch creature. Winter's Rest, sure. Alright, well, the opponent's trying to really go off of the snow thing. Could just blow up the board, of course. I mean, I do lose out on my creatures as well. But if I do enough damage, then I will eventually get there. So we'll see. This does lock down my enchantment, which is pretty annoying. Opponent milled 2 lands off the top for me. Okay, so that's not bad. Don't think the opponent will ever get to the combo. Right, guess we just move to attacks. I might as well label the illusion as a creature, since I can kill it. But he's just blocking here, okay? And I might as well cast this. I might as well label Snow Permanence. What is this? This is a crab. Snow creature crab. Interesting. Shapeshifter. Yeah, might as well label the crab. I mean, I don't even know what else he plays. I keep forgetting because his deck doesn't look very good. Yeah, I don't know. Just label the crab. Oh, he has a tree folk. Okay. All right. Because he can lock down my Changeling Outcast for a turn. Milled a Ninja of the New Moon. Okay, in a swamp. Right, not too bad still. Milling my lands. Most likely. But I don't think he's going to get to 10 permanents. And even if he does, he's low on life, so I can activate the Crypt Rats and kill him. And he should have kept the Changeling Outcast tap. But now I guess I don't mind sending in the Plague Engineer here and the Changeling Outcast. Because it's a Death Touch creature, I don't mind trading this off to just get this out of the way. And I don't really care about this crab losing toughness, to be honest. Alright, yeah, let's play another league match. The opponent wasn't too difficult. Didn't seem like he was a very experienced drafter. Alright, round 2, let's see. Let's see what scary opponent we are facing today. Lost to Dairo, okay. Well, Fairy Seer is an excellent 1-drop. And then I do want to find lands to hit my 4-drops and 5-drops. So I'll most likely keep lands on top. And then Powerful Ninjas, maybe keep them as well, but we'll definitely keep here. Opponent's playing a snow-covered land, okay. Okay, Island is good, but we'll play out the Fairy Seer here. Do I need more islands? I could risk flooding out. And I do want to have more playables. Yeah, I think I bottomed these. just need to find better playables, honestly. Like, lands are good, but I have 3 of them already. Don't want to risk it. And a Rhyme Tenor. Okay, that's also a good card. Guess the opponent will have 4 open mana next turn. Alright, let's get in there. And a single land, I guess, will give me access to Ninja of the New Moon. Attacking, so he's not looking to ramp. Interesting. We'll just let that resolve. And a Frostwalla. Sure. Okay, we got our land, which is good. I don't think I need to mob anything. I think the right play here is to name... do I name the Druid? Maybe I name the Frostwalla as a Lizard Human Druid. I think I just need to play my 3-drop either way. Yeah, let's cast him. Just a good Death Touch creature. And I'll name Lizard in case he can pump it. So it's just a 1/1 that he needs to pump at least to get past these, to trade off for this. But yeah, let's get in there for 2. Next turn we can ninjutsu away the Fairy Seer and start scrying again. But this should be fine. The Plague Engineer can stay back on defense in case the opponent has something larger. Opponent have a removal up, I guess, in case I try to ninjutsu out this Ninja of the New Moon. That could be that could lead to a complete blowout. But I mean, what else do I do next turn? That's the question. He's planning to pump this to 3. Do I waste the land? Not really. I don't think I care. So yeah, I'm definitely not blocking. Sure, I could just attack with the Plague Engineer next turn. That's actually not a bad idea either. Just to prevent him from ramping, but this also blocks a big creature. Ooh, the opponent sacrifices the land. Huh. Interesting. I mean, you just go ninjas, right? Still gonna keep the Plague Engineer back in case something happens. Don't think he has enough mana to deal with a Ninja of the New Moon. Definitely bouncing the Fairy Seer so I can keep scrying. Opponent's going some multicolor shenanigans. But there's no Astrolabe. Obviously, he might be splashing for like a Settle Beyond Reality. This is what happens when you draft Horizons. The Snow archetype has a lot of great splash colors. Definitely very fun. I do like Snow a lot. But Ninjas is by far my favorite. Because it's just so good. And Ninjas is just easy and efficient. Snow is more like, takes a little bit more work, but it's very rewarding. And a good Fortune Unicorn. I might want to mob that, I don't know. He's probably leaving up mana to trade for this ninja next turn. Land is good though. Could actually just exploit this ninja and get in there. It's actually not a bad idea. Do I want to? The scry is nice next turn though, but I mean this ninja is pretty much useless at this point, I think. So I guess I'll play land. I mean I could use the mob, but I don't really want to use it. This ninja is not going anywhere, he's just going to pump and trade at the very least. So I think the right play is just to play the scavenger here. Opponent is splashing for a good fortune unicorn. That's interesting to note. See what the opponent tries here. He probably has a removal spell or something large, and a Valiant Changeling, which has a double strike, so it's definitely a great target to kill with the mob. So his opponent's playing like an interesting green-white creature fall deck with snow as well as a combination, which I don't really agree with, since splashing for this double white card is definitely a lot difficult than usual. Do I trade? I guess I can. I mean, I do grow the scavenger, and this can be kind of scary. Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, I can't attack past a double striker. So yeah, I think this trade is worth it. And a mob, okay, so he had removal all along. That was a nice trick, sure. Oh, and an Ingenious Infiltrator, just when I need it. Okay, I could just play the Ingenious Infiltrator out. That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, why not? Let's scry first, actually. And a Smoke Shroud. These are all very good. Especially like the Smoke Shroud on top. But the Moonblade might be more useful. So I think I'll go like this. Yeah, I could just cast this, why not? So if he attacks, I'll be taking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I should chump block this Valiant Changeling if he attacks. And I should have enough unblockable stuff that I don't care about this Fairy Seer anymore. So I'm definitely going to chump block the Valiant Changeling here. It's a little bit too much damage. Sure. Is the opponent trying to outgrind me? What's going on? Opponent also has another Rhyme Tender. Okay, so this smoke shroud should be pretty strong, and then we can also put up another Changeling as a blocker. Could just play the Moonblade Shinobi for lethal actually. So let's try this. He's out. He's tapped too. So what am I doing here? pretty much game over at this point. Alright, first game, first victory. Gotta be careful of the creature fall thing going on. Opponent has a lot of ways to tap the Rhine Tenders, so yeah, the opponent seems to have a single mob too. He's going multicolors. I think we should still be fine with what we have. We should have enough Death Touchers on the ground to stave off the big creatures if he has any. Yeah, we'll just submit the deck again. I think this deck is as optimal as it can be. The Scavenger play was pretty smart though, where he just kind of ambushed me with the mob. I was kind of expecting something like that, but an Ingenious Infiltrator in the opening hand. I think I have to keep this. I mean, as long as I find something that's unblockable, this can be really nice. So I think it's fine keeping. Even though I don't have any 1 or 2 drops, we are on the draw. I think the opponent is happy that he's not seeing a turn 1 Changeling Outcast, but and Plague Engineer isn't too good against this opponent. I mean, he could have some tribal stuff, but it's not all that synergistic. I think it's an easy Changeling here. Does he play anything? He just passed the turn. Okay. I might just cast this Ingenious Infiltrator without the ninjutsu. Actually, I might second that, since I might want to grow the Gluttonous Slug. So I could play the Gluttonous Slug, attack, and ninjutsu, grow the Gluttonous Slug. But I do want this on the battlefield. Yeah, just cast it for full. I think it should be fine. I don't think there's any black mana instant speed that will get me here, so let's just get in there and draw a card. Does he have something? Ooh, Recruit the Worthy, okay. So he's just going to chump block here just to avoid me from drawing a card. Okay, well, at least he doesn't have buyback with it. Just using that as a fog effect, sure. Could have a removal spell for Ingenious Infiltrator now. But he just plays another plane. Settle. And Excavating Anurid. Okay, we can mob that, I guess. Which is fine. Does he kill a land? I think we'll mob it and then we'll just draw 2 cards. Interesting. So he does have some land synergy. Okay. How good is Defile? Defile isn't bad. It's very efficient, but I think mob is just better against this opponent right now because I do want to draw 2 cards. I don't want him to block and then have me use the Defile here. So let's just get in there and out-tempo this opponent. And this is why Ingenious Infiltrator is close to an uncommon bomb. Just being able to connect and draw a million cards is just absurd. And the Frost Wall, I don't know what's that going to do. Maybe you can trade for the Changeling, maybe? Okay, well, okay, I guess that works. But I do have Return to Extinction in case I need it. Sure. This is very interesting. I guess we can play the Slug here. Play land. And now I can play the Changeling Outcast. And then I can play the Plague Engineer, I guess. I don't need to keep up the file. And I think the name should be Beast. Since, wait, what is the opponent's creature? It's just a lizard. Yeah, lizard, sure. Might as well get in there for one. I do have a Defile to kind of blow the opponent out if he goes for a double block. Sure. And a Return to Extinction, huh? Yeah, I don't mind attacking with the Ingenious Infiltrator now, since I can just get back with the Return to Extinction. So I think the attacks are like something like this. He could double block and pump, obviously. So maybe I just still keep him back because he's a better blocker than attacker. So we'll just attack like this. Don't really want to use a Defile on the Frost Nova. That's Frostwall that's already nerfed. Sure, don't think I care. I don't think that's a good card. Yes, kill it. Please kill it. Sure. And we could just surprise them next turn with the Return to Extinction. Yeah, no need to play now. I guess I'll just play the Crypt Rats. Opponent passes with nothing. Alright. I guess I just return here. Play land. Yeah, I mean, I just cast them, right? Do I need to ninjutsu? I mean, I guess. I mean, maybe ninjutsuing is better. Do I need to attack the Venomous Changeling? Probably not, so we'll just attack like this. And even a Smoke Shaper, wow. And even a Moonblade Shinobi. Huh. Think I should keep up the file here, but yeah, I'll just play it out. Never mind. I don't think the opponent has an answer to this. And even if it did, I think it's over. Another Recruit the Worthy with a buyback. I don't think that's going to accomplish much, since all my stuff will be unblockable. So and even the Throat Seeker for the BM. This is hilarious. And I guess now I can grow my Slug to attack. And I can trade off for 2 of the creatures, which I don't hate. Could just attack with a Changeling now. Sure. Sure. Do I need to do anything here? We'll wait till he blocks. And I can even give something indestructible. Sure. Why does he keep playing that card? It's not a good card. Stop playing it. So he's going to triple block a Venomous Changeling. Okay. In that case, yeah, I guess we will just ninjutsu this Changeling. We will give this indestructible. Yeah, I don't think the opponent's winning this. The opponent's probably just amused by this deck. Should be lethal next turn, just attacking with all the ninjas. Opponent goes all out. Sure, I don't care. Could just activate. Nah. Right. How do I block? Guess this blocks here. This blocks here. This blocks here. Okay. Does he have a trick? I do have a Defile. And a Stirring Address. Okay. Well, in response, we will fire off a Defile on the Rhyme Tender. And yeah. I don't think I care. Yeah, that was just a huge blowout. Okay, final boss. Yeah, the first two opponents weren't too difficult. Maybe the matchmaking system can give us a much more reasonable opponent. And hopefully we can get a trophy. Alright, not bad. Gluttonous Slug on 2, but we don't have any ninjas. We are on the draw, but I think this is still okay keep. Another opponent playing green, okay. And a Grave Shifter, excellent card. We'll just say go. And I don't need to play out my blue lands yet, maybe just hide some info. Just love the Gluttonous Slug. It's a great ninjutsu enabler, and it also is a good ground blocker. In the future, if you can grow it large enough, it becomes a decent attacker. Okay, opponent's playing the lands in the graveyard matters. Okay, and he gets a Frostwalla. Sure. Can we get a ninja off the top, please? No ninjas. Sure, I guess I can attack him for 1, which isn't the end of the world. This might just be a game where I just play a bunch of swamps and get the Crypt Rats to nuke the opponent for 1,000,000 damage. So we'll get an attack here. Oh, this has Menace. How does he block? Yeah, that's illegal. This has Menace. What's going on? If it's illegal, then the system shouldn't allow it. What's going on? This doesn't make any sense. I guess I don't mind trading off his Frostwalla if he attacks. He does have to use a whole land to do it, but I can just Grave Shifter it back. And this Gluttonous Slug can grow. And I do need to start pressuring the opponent, obviously. A Pyrophobia, sure, that's a good card. But at least it doesn't exile, so... Does he pump? Probably. Sure, opponent's going to try to race me now. What is this? Is this the fight spell? Even a savage swipe? Okay. Well, it's still 4 power. I guess he should have savage swipe and then attack, and then, I don't know, pump? I don't know. Actually, I don't think it makes a difference. At least the opponent's using Oz removal spell on these bad creatures, but now we have a nice Ninja of the New Moon. I guess it's time to reveal my 4th color. And then we can get back our nice... I think we get back the Venomous Changeling, if I'm not mistaken. The Gluttonous Slug is fine for ninjutsu, but I think it has to be the Venomous Changeling to just block his big ground creatures. And we can even just cast a ninja, maybe. I do want to do a lot of damage to the opponent, however, just to kind of use the Crypt Rats to maybe finish him. But the opponent might be the one killing me on the crackback. Opponent just attacks him for 4 again, definitely no blocks. That's a nice snow land to go. Ooh, what does the opponent do here? Interesting. Maybe he was thinking of like a pump spell or a trick. And a Bellowing Elk. Can I outrace this opponent? I could Crypt Rat, set up something. This is going to gain indestructible. I could Ninja, I guess. Attack him for 6. He attacks me back for 8, which is not good. Maybe I do need to just set up a turn with the Crypt Rats. Is it this turn? Because ninjutsuing this is very good, but I'm just so far behind that I'm just afraid. So I think the right play here might just be the Venomous Changeling. And then I think we keep the Graveshifter back in case he doesn't have any creatures to go with this Bellowing Elk and we can trade for it. Opponent seems to be flooding though. I need to wait for a turn where he taps out for his Snow Forest, and then we can... Ooh, that's a good card, but that can only kill the Graveshifter, okay. But I guess I'll be taking 4 from this Bellowing Elk since it's indestructible, so... Yeah, I could just set up... I guess I could just Crypt Rats next turn. So let's see. If I play the Crypt... how much mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can just play Crypt Rats and activate Crypt Rats for 3. So I might as well just block this. Chump it, and then kill the board, because next turn he can pump the Frostwall up to 4. I might as well just get that out of the way. And hopefully he has nothing to play, so... So yeah, that led to kind of a bit of a blowout for the opponent, getting 3 for 1. But hopefully he doesn't have anything else in hand. But he plays a giant Marasa Behemoth. But it's only a 5/5, so I can trade off for it. So it's not the end of the world. But I am flooding out as well, so hopefully he doesn't have a removal. I do need to trade for this since he's doing a lot more damage to me. Opponent's also flooding, okay. Alright, what is this? And an Aura Scale Guardian, what is this? How does the opponent top deck all of this? This doesn't make sense. So I guess I need a mob now to kill this. Or a Defile off the top can be nice. But I don't think I'm winning this without the removal. At least the opponent I'm playing against isn't as easy. Guess I can scry one, sure. Don't think I need Changeling Outcast. I needed them in the early game, but now I'm just not doing good. Now we're just kind of relying on our top decks to win. Opponent is ahead. Alright, Smoke Shaper. Well, that's not going to do it. Okay, we'll just concede. Alright, this opponent has a pretty decent deck, but I think our problem was that we didn't do I need a Maze's Charm? Not really. I think the problem was I just took a bad hand. I should have mulliganed. Maybe I should have kept some more 1-drops. So we'll be on the play. And this is a mulligan. I guess I have to keep this. Unfortunately. Since I don't really want to go down to 5. Do I bomb the Crit Rats? Could bomb the Return to Extinction, to be honest. Let's get back our cards, but it could just be a little bit bad. I could just bomb the island. Let's just say I don't get my land drops. But I'm running 17 lands, so guess I can be greedy since I kind of need to recur this against the opponent's big creatures, so sometimes missing your 1-drops and 2-drops just cost you the game. But I guess that last game I also had the ooze. I just didn't have any ninjas to go with it. So, yep. I guess I might get punished here for not keeping that land. Alright, at least we have a Changeling Outcast. But we have nothing we can ninjutsu into, so land would be decent next turn, please. And Alpine Guy also helps him ramp, so this game is pretty much over. I guess if I kill this, he loses the land, but this is just so good for him, and he's just a 3 attacker. Do I get him with the Moonblade? Or do I Throat Seeker here and maybe offer a trade? Or maybe put the Venomous Changeling, which I don't hate. This is interesting. Do I care about 1 lifelink? Not really. Maybe I just want to get the Moonblade out there. Make a 1/1 flyer. But this is forced to attack every turn, so maybe he just trades for the Venomous Changeling. Yeah, maybe it's a Venomous Changeling here. I just want to maybe make him lose the mountain. He's just forced to attack, so we'll just attack like this. Could have a Pyrophobia, of course. I'm fine if he loses the land. He does get the extra turn in the ramp main phase, which does suck, but and a Conifer Worm. I do need to keep. So now I do need to keep the Venomous Changeling behind. So yeah, I think we gotta take the 3 here. It's just too good. Plague Engineer, that's a good one. I guess we can just cast a Plague Engineer. Otherwise, I could just attack Ninjutsu. Could just cast a Throat Seeker. Could just label Worm. Yeah, maybe it's the right play to cast a Plague Engineer. I just need some more. What's nice is that if I trade both of these off, I can get them back with Return to Extinction, so that's actually pretty good. I do need to answer these opponents' stuff. Otherwise, he's just going to run me over. Which one do I trade? Here he has a Pyrophobia. So, yeah, just change a Venomous Changeling. Gotta get rid of it. He does get a land in the graveyard for synergy, but I can't take 3 forever. An Excavating Anurid, okay. How do I answer that? This doesn't have Trample at least. Maybe I can just trade off for it next turn, and then the turn after I can just Return to Extinction. And a Graveshifter, okay. So I'm actually liking this. I think we might just play the Throatseeker and attack and gain 1 life. That's actually not a bad idea as well. And then eventually we can get a nice hit with the Moonblade. So yeah, we'll just play cast 3, cast this guy. Because even if I cast the Moonblade, it's only going to hit him for 3, and it's still blockable. So I think we just play it slow. And the Aura Scale Guardian, okay, well, that's fun. And yep, guess we'll just block here. Don't think the Slug is going to do it. I think I do need to Return to Extinction here. Otherwise, I'm not going to survive. Good Moonblade. But again, I think I need both of these. But he just has Flowers in the Air. I'm getting mana screwed. So I guess this is just going to be another 2-1 draft again, unfortunately. We'll love to do 3-0, but sometimes you just don't get lucky with the lands. Even though you're running 17 and a million 1-drops, it still doesn't like you, so I think next turn I'll be taking a million. I could chump block with a Throatseeker to gain some life. I guess the Venomous Changeling with a Throatseeker can be fine as well, but it's only when it's attacking. How much can you pump this for? Plus X until end of turn where X is the number of snow permanents. So I guess he can pump this for 3, so 70. I'll take 11 down to 4, so I should be dead. This is bad. Maybe I just throw it in front. I guess I'll take 9. So I don't get killed, but I guess he'll trample anyways next turn with the even if I the poisonous people, the Death Touchers. So yeah, another unfortunate game. I wish I hit my land drops. I think this deck had the potential to get 3-0. Now we finally get it. You know, it's stupid. So yeah, so this game can be dumb sometimes, but you know, it is just a random card game. And we got 100 points. Okay, alright, this is chapter 3 of Modern Horizons. Hopefully we don't have to draft Ninjutsu again. Have a great day.